Hey people, gonna solve another problem here. Let's get started. Day of the week, let's do it. Take a second here to read. Given a date, return the corresponding day of the week for that date. The input is given as 3 integers representing the day, month, and year respectively. Return the answer as one of the following values: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Notes: January 1st, 1971 was a Friday. Okay. Sample 1, inputs: day 31, month 8, year 2019, output Saturday. Inputs: day 18, month 7, year 1999, Sunday. Okay, the given dates are valid dates between the years 1971 and 2100. This is kind of a funny problem. Okay, well, ideas. This is obviously relevant to our solution. I'm thinking if we need to trace out like a map type structure starting from January 1st, 1971. Like build a map that maps dates to days of the week. Sort of run through that once, build it, and then at the very end, just return and do the map search operator. So that would have a runtime of I guess constant time, because this date range will always be the same. So building the data structure will always take constant time. And then of course, if we do use a map data structure, the lookup there would also be constant time. So pretty good performance in that regard. I guess now the question is, how do we build it? What are leap years again? Every 4 years. What happens every 4 years on a leap year? Is it that we get an extra day? Okay, maybe I'm complicating it with the leap years. We will cross that bridge if we need to. Let's try the solution without that being taken into account. So this is very cyclic in nature. If we can code the name, or if we can code the weekdays into numbers, let's say 0 through 6, then I can somehow see how we can maybe use the modulo operator to kind of like cyclically assign the numbers to the map. We might not even need the map structure actually. I'm starting to see how we might just be able to start a loop on January 1st, 1971, treat that as like day 0, and then go all the way up to day whatever, December 31st, 2100. We will do the math right now, but I'm assuming there's a numeric value there that can represent the end of the date range and the beginning of the date range. So as long as we loop through those days, really all we need to do is then somehow converts the day, month, year inputs into its corresponding numeric value, something that would sit in between that range. And then once we hit it, keep track of some kind of value that can tell us what day of the year or what day of the week it is, and then just return that. So let's start to build that solution. So days in range is going to be 365 times, let's do this, 2100 minus 1971 times 365. Now, if we wanted to be a little more clear about this, start year, it's 1971, const, and year 2100, days in year 365. Boom, 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 boom. Now, let's get our loop structure going. We'll initialize a counter I, have that go up to days in range, and increment I by 1. Something like that. Okay. And we'll do sorry y'all, this happens at least once every video. I'll have to figure out how to keep that from happening. Okay. And then we'll need day of the week. We'll start that at 0, which would be Sunday, but because our day 0 is Friday, that means we got, okay, so Sunday is 0, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Friday we have to, or our day of the week has to start at 5, which is Friday. Okay. All right, I'm starting to see we might think we'll only ever need to go up to this value instead of days in range. But okay, I needed to solve this part anyways. We need to convert day, month, year into a corresponding numerical value, which is just one number, the number of days past day 0 that this is. So is that an easy thing to do? Let me see. Because sometimes the number of days in a month will change. Thinking. What is it? The Gregorian calendar? Why does it have to be the way it is? Because we can't just call a month 30 days. Sometimes a month is 28, 29, 30, 31 days. I mean, could always resort to the date object in JavaScript, but it's kind of a cop-out answer. And to top it off, I don't know the signature by heart, how to create a date with the day, month, and year parameters. I think outside the box here. Okay, I cannot see how I can keep track of how many days in a month over the years. It's just not a thing I can come up with. So let's try to figure out the Does it give me hints? No, okay. Let's see what happens here. Date is not a function. Understandable. Okay, and this just gave us today. Also just gave us the dates. Okay, I lost. Game over for me here. And now I'm just gonna solve it with help. JS date builder syntax is it date dot from x. Oh, the instantiation operator. Brutal. So 31 month 8. Year, month index, and the day. Okay. Cool. And what about payability info dates? Okay. And I don't think I need any more help in that. So let's see here. let day of the week index. Okay, maybe I'll just look it up one more time. Get day. Yeah. And then from here, we'll have to do a conversion. Maybe we can just make a quick array. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I feel like Apollonia from The Godfather, the first Godfather. Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's it. Return that's day of week index. How's that? And how does it stack up against? Yeah, fairly all right. Okay, so I'm not gonna count this as a win. I'm probably gonna look to see at how this solution can be implemented without using the date, the built-in JS date object. I'm sure there's a way, and this kind of feels like a cop-out. Adding on top of that the chat GPT clutch there. Okay. We'll call it here. Thanks, y'all.